A midnight.
Yep, midnightplusone. That is me. The game I'm running today is Stranglehold. This is John Woo, the critically acclaimed action director's first and only foray into video games, and one of the last few games made and published by Midway. Today I'm going to be doing any percent, beat the game as fast as possible, and without further ado, let's get started. Timing will start once I gain control of Tequila, and that time starts now. Let's go. So here is the marketplace, which is probably the simplest level in the game, but does have a few little things going on. So wait for these two guys to spawn here. One spawns there, and another two spawns up here. Go through here. A phone message pops up. Skip through that. Tutorial message. And as soon as I take out this guy down here, another tutorial message. Just go straight through, run past them. Doesn't matter since they have arguably the weakest weapon in the game, but also the most consistent, the pistol. Now, you'll note that this game has some pretty cool destruction physics for 2007. As you just saw, skip the checkpoint so we get to this section faster. Two spawn here, blow that up. Bada bing, bada bing. Another one. So I'll stand here, try to manipulate the spawns. This one, this one, this one. Okay. Oh. Last one. These two. This last one. And I'll just come through here. This game relies a lot on knowing where the enemies spawn. Ah, I didn't get that one. So, coming up now, it just looks like I'm going to jump over this rail, right? But what that actually does, it skips a standoff section and gives me infinite ammo and health, which is kind of nice. I don't really have to... Oh. Alright, so what was supposed to happen there is I was supposed to jump onto this hole and ride up it, but didn't let me do that for some reason. So I want to take these guys out here in a sequence and time it so I can slip past these two. And a small little cutscene here, teaching us how to use the precision aim ability, which we won't be using, at least for now. So in here, we get the golden guns, which are the best weapons in the game, but extremely limited in ammo, but because we have infinite ammo right now, that's alright. And here we have our first standoff section. These are really cool because it's just classic John Woo. Just one guy against many, slow motion, the works. And this is what it looks like. One. I aim here so I can... blow that up. And I can get that guy up there as well. And we're fine. Get through here. Hey. Oh. Try to get up there, but no matter. Just makes positioning myself for some of these enemies a little bit easier, but that's alright. Now, because we reload the checkpoint here, we lose the infinite ammo and health, but that's alright. Stand here, wait for a second guy to come out, and this guy. Now you stand here, and just wait for them to all funnel out by manipulating their spawn. Yep. And down here. The guy with the shotgun vest is the last of that wave. One down next to me. Just get through this. Like the last wave. Now, slow motion in this game, by going into slow motion, you do extra damage. So that makes quick work of that boss with the golden guns. And now we're on to Taio, where I will have to waste all of my ammo, and you'll see in just a moment. Then just waste the ammo. Alright. Okay, I died. So what I'm doing there is I'm down clipping into the ground. Sometimes you will just die, because there's an insta-death barrier, which I'm trying to skip by using the precision aim ability. So just try that one again. Didn't get it. Didn't get it again. Oh. There we go. And we have to do it once more. This one doesn't have an insta-kill barrier. And we're under the map, just like that. So what would normally happen in this section is that you have to go through a sequence of blowing up drug labs, going through the rest of the stage, blowing up more drug labs, etc, etc. And this just skips all that. You do have to be wary of some insta-kill barriers here, like right here. Man. That is not good. I was trying to... The way I'm aware of the insta-kill barriers is if your head bobs up above the water, that's bad. There we go. This one can be a bit finicky. I think this trick does rely on camera positioning and player positioning. At least that's what I believe, so... Man, I am not getting this. Oh boy. 3, 2, 1. Ah, this sucks. Can't really go back now and do intended strats, so... Please, I beg you. Okay, bit like that. I got a first try, that sucks. Alright. It also, I do believe, a bit luck dependent. Okay, here we go.
It's the marathon anti-luck. That's what
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's perfectly consistent till you're showing it off in a marathon, then it's like 1 in 5.
Yeah, 1 in 10 even.
Okay, fair enough.
I will get this. I most absolutely, certainly will.
I have faith.
Alright. There we go, that's it. Alright, so let's not trigger the insta-kill barriers this time. And do what I was supposed to do. It is a bit hard to navigate invisible geometry, but I go above here. This is not... And, okay, that's way better. Alright. So we just make a beeline for that little boat in the distance. A little bit ahead of it, even. Okay, the map geometry did not load. That's fine. I should be alright. Just keep heading this way. Yep, okay. Because if the map geometry loads, it makes it easier for me to know where I'm going, but if it doesn't, a little bit hard, but it's fine. Alright, so we head for this little edge here of the rock, and the map spawns in. So just climb up this cliff face, get onto this little roof here, and just drop right down. Back in the map. You have to touch an invisible checkpoint here just to tell the game, hey, we made it this far, load in the next stuff. And we reload the checkpoint, because otherwise the rest of the map doesn't load in, and that would be extremely bad for us. Alright. Go down. Punch this guy for his gun. Normally you'd have 100 AR bullets to do this section, where you have to blow up drug labs, but with 59, it's most certainly possible, but it could prove a little difficult. So there's that one, that one, and just this one left. Yeah, that was pretty good. Skip the cutscene. Roll off the roof. I have 9 bullets here, which now 67. Okay. The second standoff of the game. Giant boat crashed into Stilt City, Tayo. And we have to take out these gangsters. Coming up after this section is an on-rail section, which half of it I have to do nothing with. It just plays itself, pretty much. The other half I do have to actually play the game, so... So you take out all 3 here, and then you get this one.
X-ray Delta 1 to control.
Here's the on-rail section with our helicopter pilot, who sounds like Woody from Toy Story, but not exactly Woody from Toy Story. But here, I guess it's a cool way, I guess, yeah, I can demonstrate some of the destruction physics in this game. As I said, for 2007, it is pretty cool. The only other games that I could think of that did this around, like, the 2000s, 2010s would be Just Cause 2, Red Faction Guerrilla. It seems, and Battlefield Bad Company, even. Like, it does seem... yeah?
Go ahead.
No.
I was thinking Battlefield Bad Company.
Yeah, no, yeah, that is...
for destruction.
Yeah, that is, like, the gold standard when I think of destruction, I think. The Battlefield series. Like, this isn't, like, Battlefield Bad Company levels, but it is pretty cool for what it is.
Yeah, it's really ambitious for the time. I get it. I'm here for it.
Yeah. And I believe that these parts were just made to just show off what they could do. Again, I don't have to take out these guys, but yeah.
That'll teach him to shoot at my chopper.
Well, if you've got a minute, I would love to read something if you're cool with it.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay. For those who might just be joining us, License-a-thon 2025 is pleased to be raising money for the Transgender Law Center. The TLC is America's largest transgender civil rights organization dedicated to the liberation and well-being of gender non-conforming people across the United States. We appreciate anything you can give to support them in this fight. The donation link has been dropped in chat as well. Thank you, Megas, who's going to be our next runner. Looking forward to that. Make sure to go check that out. Make sure to donate some polls. There is a character selection coming up here on the next run, so make sure to go donate to that. Want to make sure to make your voice heard. You go check out the schedule as well. Just want to say appreciate all the runners and all the staff doing all the work behind the scenes for this marathon. It has been a pleasure to be a part of it, and it has been excellent.
And it's only day 1, and there's a lot more to come. So I'm excited to watch the rest. All the runs that I have been able to watch so far, because obviously I'm Australian, time zone, yeah, kind of sucks, but what I have been able to see so far, absolutely enjoyed it. So here is where the on-rail section goes from, I don't have to do anything, to I really have to do something. But it's mostly just shooting at fixed spawns. So one will spawn at the top here. You, and you. That was a bit slow, but it's fine. And we head to the other flotilla. The boat, or whatever you want to call it. Honestly, seems kind of moot when you could just be on the ground doing this, but suppose we gotta have a mandatory on-rail segment somewhere in the game.
I'm gonna say it. I think we should have more on-rail shooters, like, you know, the old House of the Dead and Resident Evil Wii games and stuff.
Yeah, I would love more on-rail shooters because I do miss them. I never really got to play them a lot since I live in a rural town, no arcades, whatever. But from what I did play when I got to go to the cities, fun. I loved them.
There was one I had on Wii that I remember pouring so much time into. Because A, you know, it's that era when there's not a whole lot else to play.
Yeah.
But I just like the aspect of, like, those on-rail shooters. Like, I remember growing up playing, I don't know if anybody else remembers this one, Area 51.
I have not heard of it, no.
Oh, it's a goofy on-rail shooter of, like, aliens in Area 51. If you know about it, drop a donation and let me know where that's currently buried in your brain. I think we should see more on-rail shooters now, because I think that in modern era we could have some really cool things.
Oh, absolutely.
In on-rails.
Yeah, no, for sure. The House of the Dead Overkill on the Wii, pretty good. Was it Overkill? I think it was. Alright. Just more fixed spawns here. And we're coming up to the end of the on-rail segment before we have to plant some bombs on these boats. Unfortunately, people, me and another person named OnTrigger have messed around with trying to skip this section by going underneath the map, but there's too many invisible walls and stuff in our way, so unfortunately this is the lengthiest part of the run that we cannot skip, no matter how hard we try, which is sad. So we get a call.
It's the mandatory stretch and water break, right?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Hey, the speedruns I do, they have several points where you're like, all right, I can stand up, I can stretch. One segment there, it's literally long enough you can get up, go to the bathroom, come back.
Yeah, same with this one.
No time. Perfect.
Yeah, so it is a nice break to have in the midst of the run. It is a fairly short run, in all honesty, but it's still nice to have. So we'll just run past these guys, place our first bomb. Take this guy's ammo. Unfortunately, these cutscenes are unskippable. But after that, we just move on. Health kit here, so we get healed. Jump through the window. Yep. Just so we get a little bit farther during this cutscene. Admittedly, this is the lengthiest part of the run. Rest of the levels take anywhere between 5-7 minutes. This one takes 15? 16? Definitely longer than 16. How the down clipping went earlier. Not very well. Here's our first zip line.
Out of curiosity, I noticed you're climbing past some things that are glowing white. What is that indicating?
Okay, so those are paper cranes. In the film, this is the sequel to Hard Boiled. One of the character's signature is that he makes paper cranes every time he kills someone. But in this game, they fill up your tequila meter, which is... Once I get back into gameplay here, you'll see on the bottom left of the screen... Right now, I have 3 abilities. One is just a heal whenever I want. The second one is precision aim, which allows me to aim precisely. And the third one is barrage, which is an infinite health, infinite ammo state for a temporary period of time. So yeah, there's white things I'm running past, paper cranes that fill up my tequila meter.
I was more referring to, like, the railings and things.
Oh, the railings! Oh, yeah, no, I could just hop on them and, like... Sorry. Yeah, no, the railings...
Hey, I'm here for...
Yeah, the railings, you can stand on them, go down some of them. Actually, we get to do one of that here, so... We have to plant bombs in this little port here. Break these barriers, so... This bridge right here requires these barrels to fall over. So I can get past. Neat little physics thing. Make it leap here. Fortunately did not reach. Yeah. You. Barrel was a bit finicky? Okay. So, yeah. One of these railings I get to just ride down. And, yeah, I have to maneuver on one of them. Go down here. Almost to the end of this level. More ready to spawn down here. Easy pickings. That area can be a little dicey if you haven't taken out some of those enemies. And just another leap here. And sometimes the white glowing things can represent destructible objects, like here as well. Also, ragdoll physics in this game. Yeah.
That's really cool. Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah, no, all good. I'm happy to explain whatever. Now, here is the Mega Restaurant. Nothing too fancy here. It's just a few combat encounters string together. So, first I need to spawn here. 2, 3, 5. This one. So these are the 2 weapons you'll be seeing the most for the rest of the run. The AR and the pistols. Because simply they're the most accurate and reliable. One more should spawn down here. Perfect, now we go upstairs. And then we spawn here. There. Then we leap downwards. And just make a loop. There's you. And you, my good sir. You. And you. So these guitars that I placed down, they give me free health and ammo, which is really nice. And here, a couple of guys come crashing through on a boat. And earlier in this stage, we unlocked the spin attack, which we do right now. Because these guys have a lot of health. And taking them out normally is just that tad bit slower. Slow motion here just to do that little bit of extra damage. There's that guy down. And we just spawn kill these guys. Except for this guy. And after that, we can just skip straight on to the next section. The casino. It's much more of the same here. Just knowing where the enemies spawn and where to stand. Swap the pistols here just so I can get the save. Kill that guy a bit late just so when I get to the cutscene there, standing close to the stairs. Alright. I got my ordering wrong. Yeah, they spawn behind me. I'll use pistols here as well. But yeah, the healing ability is so strong. Just to be able to heal whenever you feel like. The other way to fill up with the kill meter as well is to get kills. Stylish kills fill it up more. So let's say you get a kill in slow motion or during a dive, that counts as a stylish kill. There's one more down here. Alright. A few more guys spawn from this elevator. And here comes probably my favorite section in the game. Jazz musicians. So John Woo, he loves jazz and has gone on record to say that whenever he creates a scene, he does it with jazz in mind. But yeah, for this section, you have to protect the jazz musicians, which is really cool. I love jazz myself, and yeah, I just adore this section so much. Here we grab golden guns for the boss coming up. A cool detail about this part is that if any of the jazz musicians die, you won't hear their instruments being played in the track they're playing right now. So let's say the saxophonists die, only the pianos and the drums, which is really cool attention to detail. I can imagine John Woo would not have liked it without it. Would not have liked it any other way. Oh, this guy's being a pain. So I wait here just for some masked men to spawn. Easily taken care of with the golden guns since they have more health than these regular goons. There's one. Pretty decent aim on them today. My aim's all shaky because this is my first marathon run ever. So, a bit nervous, but it's pretty fun.
Had you not said anything, I would not have known it was your first marathon run.
Really?
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
They are, I think I've explained it as, they are weirdly intoxicating. You're like, I gotta do another. I gotta do another.
Yeah, I know. I'd love to run, like, more games, because this is really the only game I run right now, but I'd love to run more, like, strangely enough, licensed games, like, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand is one. Like, just games that, you know, don't really exist these days. Like...
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Like, the kind of, the games that, by all metrics, shouldn't exist, but they do, and they're compelling. I get that.
Yeah, there's just an allure to them.
As a runner of retro games and then obscure games like Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, I get it.
Yeah.
I get that. But I also suggest get involved in volunteering. I know that a lot of marathons, especially licensed-on, there's the doves. Getting involved in volunteering is really fulfilling. It just adds something on the volunteer aspect of this marathon specifically. Like, it is really that fulfilling idea of like, yeah, this is going to be most of my weekend. But on Monday,
Yeah, for sure.
I can go back and talk to my coworkers. Like, I helped the charity raise money for such an amazing cause, and you get to see so many different runs, and you get to interact with so many different runners. Like just tonight, I've got to interact with like 5, 6 runners for games that I would never think to speed run or to even look up, if I'm being completely honest, and look at them going, well, like, I can see myself running that game. So yeah, I get involved in volunteering or in aspect or in doing more marathons. It is compelling and really good. So congrats on getting in for your first one.
Yeah, no, because I haven't really like thought about it, but on speedrun.com one day, I just saw the license-a-thon sign-up page in like the news section, and just, why not? This is applicable. And I'm having so much fun playing and watching the rest of these runs. So, yeah, I absolutely do want to get involved in more in the future. I would love to. Alright, so here I'm going to try and do a pretty hard to execute trick. I'm spamming my 3 and E key. Okay, so what would happen there if it went successfully? I would have become invincible and invisible, which is particularly nice for this area because insta-kill lasers, and lots of them. I'd be able to blitz through this area, no problem, but I did not pick up the shotgun. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Normally, I'd use that guy's physics to blow up that laser. Okay, we're just gonna retry that then. Oops. Alright. Try this one again. For some reason, I did not pick up the shotgun, which is needed to propel that guy's body into the laser.
Can we clip that? I want that. That sounds like a great sound. So I gave my little speech on the volunteering, but unfortunately tonight, that is going to be me for the night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop up. Your next host will be almost immediately.
All right.
So
cool.
Thanks so much for everybody for having me. Go check out the donations and schedule pages, and make sure to follow all of our runners or the buddies today. They have been excellent. Coming up, you have Tempest Mask, who's going to be your host. They're going to do a great job. I have complete faith in them. So everybody, give it up for Tempest, and I will see you all tomorrow.
All right. You have a good one.
As I'm hosting tomorrow.
Right, thank you very much, Derek. And with that, we are continuing this year's Stranglehold run. And, you know, you never thought you'd see me also getting to host your run, because funny fact, I literally just set this guy up earlier.
Yeah, no, very helpful. Oh, I missed all those shots. That's not good. Very not good.
I was not expecting this to be your first marathon run, honestly, but
yeah.
Hey, kudos. Very big kudos. Honestly, this is the first ever event, piggybacking off of what Derek said, this is actually the very first event that I volunteered for.
Oh, really?
So that was this was back in 2020, this was a huge experience for me. It's like, it's kind of crazy how, like Sense-a-thon here, we have this wonderful environment that fosters other runners. Some for the first time, like you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see it.
And I'm super happy to be part of it, just because I do like watching speedruns. I mainly watch GTA speedruns, San Andreas speedruns. But like, you know, I'm just really interested in like speedrunning in general. Like it was referred to earlier as like the science of video games, and I couldn't agree more with that statement. And I'm a huge learner. Like, I love learning. So, like, learning about this and that run, and other runs, and just the game I'm playing, and, you know, a game I might not play. It's just so fascinating to me.
But perhaps not as fascinating as Mr. Vlad over here. Yeah,
Vlad, you have to chase him through this segment where a bunch of insta-kill lasers will get you. But here, we just shoot... Oh, that's a bit dicey. Yeah. So you shoot a rock, and the rock interacts with the lasers, and you can just skip past all this crap. keep on moving. Make sure you don't get clipped by these lasers.
I'll turn you into dust.
If they keep on shooting, trigger them to move. Alright, slip past there, that's good. But you have to be careful once you get near Vlad, because he can pull out a shotgun, ragdoll you, and just immediately kill you, which is not fun. Especially in this part, so turn the corner. I got very lucky there. And this is a standoff section for this stage. Unfortunately, Vlad doesn't want to stick around for us, so he's going to be running off. Just take care of these guys as usual. Where's he going? To Vlad's signature helicopter, of course. But unfortunately for him, we have precision aim, so 1, 2. We also have the golden guns here, just in case, you know. Yeah,
Of course
yeah,
he's got a golden gun.
It's Vlad. Of course he would have them. So this is the Chicago History Museum. One of the coolest stages in the game. But also one of the most broken. Take this guy's ammo. And now we can go upstairs. So the pistols are the most consistent because their accuracy doesn't really wane, unlike the AR, where sometimes, you know, if you fire, if you don't control your burst, the aim goes all over the place. The pistols, they're just accurate 100% of the time. Yeah, they should spawn behind me. And that's that section done. Just ignore these guys.
Seems to be schmoovin' pretty nice so far.
Yeah. Other than that hiccup in like the second level where I couldn't get that down clip, everything's been going pretty well. Other than dying in the penthouse as well, but that's fine.
True.
It's one of the most punishing levels in the game just because of how many insta-kill death lasers there are. So it's just a matter of knowing where they spawn here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's just how it tends to be for games like these. As
Yeah.
someone that's actually recently picked up a Doom-like game, I can speak to that. I can speak to that too quite well.
Yeah, for sure. Oop. Yeah, this guy doesn't seem to be shot. I mean, I get that, but... Oh, they're above me now. I miss the audio cue. Oh well. But this area is pretty cool because it's a dinosaur exhibit. Who doesn't love dinosaurs?
I think I've got a better question,
Yeah?
and that is, what killed the dinosaurs?
Stranglehold.
Wrong. The Ice Age.
Oh, I see. Do we have some Ice Age games in this run coming out? In this marathon, sorry.
Oh, no, not quite. We actually had an Ice Age game at one point or another, but rather that was a direct reference to Batman and Robin, which that we do have coming up later in the marathon.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that reference, sorry.
No, you're good. I don't think I can expect a lot of people these days to remember the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger played Mr. Freeze at one point in his career.
I am cognizant of the facts. Yeah, just wouldn't know the lines.
I would say it's the one reason I remember that movie all the time.
I mean, of course, that's such a demanding presence, no matter what role he's in, pretty much. So we just skip through the rest of these guys here. There's not a lot special going on. Here's another dinosaur exhibit. With some... I don't know, militia types come down on ropes, but they're not really a big threat. Alright. I missed the first aid. Oh well. So we just have to take them out in order here. 2 down here. 1 up here. Another 2 coming through the stalls. These ones as well. This one. This one. Take the first table. Ooh, there you are. And this door should open for me. Thank you, guys. And I would like you to stop chasing me. So coming up here is where... Ooh, that's not good. Please stop nailing me. Right, so coming up ahead is the terracotta exhibit. The iconic terracotta army. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Terracotta army. Yeah. I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure I saw that not too long ago before your segment.
Yep, you most certainly did.
Which I now know where in the game we are. Oh god.
Yeah.
That's too funny. Never once in my time as a volunteer for speedrunning events have I set someone up, then took over as the host, and then had the knowledge of knowing where in the game we are.
Yeah. Most certainly an interesting thing coming up. So... if I can get this right... we just zoom through the roof. This is called a cover elevator, where if tequilas... if one foot of tequilas is resting above the other, and you take cover and go out of cover, you get shot into the stratosphere, which is super cool. Anyways, I got to set myself up here for a standoff skip there, because otherwise, if I trigger it, I'll go back into the level below me, and I don't want that to happen. So just continue through the void here. No issues whatsoever.
As you're doing so, I think it'd be a good idea to remind everybody what we are raising money for, if I may.
For sure.
All right, wonderful. So, folks, for those who are joining in and may or may not be watching for the first time, we are License-a-thon, and License-a-thon 2025 is pleased to be raising money for the Transgender Law Center. The TLC is America's largest transgender civil rights organization dedicated to the liberation and well-being of gender non-conforming people across the United States. We appreciate anything you can give to support them in this fight. And don't forget that we also have several incentives that you yourself can put your donation towards. We are right on our pardon the little stutter there. Right on our Tiltify page, you can assign your donation to said bid wars. For instance, I do believe the one that we still have open, yes, will be for the run after this one, and that'll be for Macross Shooting in Sight. Pick a character where we have it between Shin and Sao Tome. Now, it also states that whichever character you have Mages play as will also determine the difficulty, or supposedly anyway. I do believe that, knowing Mage, he'll probably be more than willing to put it still on very hard, but under the presumption that we do keep the difficulty as intended, according to said bid war, we'll have Sao Tome on normal and Shin on very hard. Choice is yours, folks. And with that, if you'd like to contribute, we are going to make it very hard for both. I have received confirmation. All right, so in that case, take back what I said, and yeah, it'll just be very hard for both. And with that in mind, that was Jerry.
Jerry's down, and we move on to Hong Kong. We're back in Hong Kong, in the slums of Kowloon. We're approaching the final stretch of the game. So here it's just nothing much. You just wander through this Kowloon in the rain, all damp and dreary. And there's a guy chasing us. Well, we're chasing him, I suppose. He thinks he's slick,
Yeah,
but he's
well,
really not.
Yeah, I will say, I accidentally didn't realize that we were in the Jerry boss fight. And, I know something you mentioned during setup was the one thing that especially makes this fight easy to cheese is the fact that Jerry does do the side dive, and that's exactly what you made use of.
Yep. So here, I'm trying to jump down these stairs. And just like that, I got it. During setup, I had a bit of a hard time getting that, but glad I got that second try. Ooh, the game just pushed me back there for whatever reason. Phantom, like, wind or something, I don't know. Perhaps even a Phantom Menace?
Nice. Sadly, May the 4th was so many days ago by now.
Yeah. So here, like the other standoff skips, we lose our infinite health. Which is sad because the enemies will absolutely blitz you in this area if you're not careful. So here, I just like to do a spin attack for safety, just to make sure I don't get immediately blown away. Alright, so shoot this thing down. And then side dive. And it is just that easy to get out of the map. No down clipping required. And this makes the rest of this level an absolute breeze. We've got to roll down here just to avoid getting soft blocked. And to load the rest of the level, of course. Just head for these little beams here. And 3, 2, 1. The mission's over. And we're on the final level of the game. This is the only level in the game where you get the RPG, and unfortunately we don't get to use it. Only on this little guy. Line myself up here, jump up to the roof. And congratulations, we're out of bounds again. So, doing this, we skip a boss fight with a helicopter and just getting rid of these goons here. So, here I spawn in this part of the level, flick my mouse, and we just go through. Take the SMGs because 200 SMG bullets is way better than one RPG. Rocket. Normally enemies would spawn here, but because we got in here early without completing the boss fight, they just don't. And this is it. The final standoff of the game.
Let's get it.
This one is obviously the longest, and perhaps the best, other than the one with the jazz music, of course. Try to get those guys early, but... And this guy's behind a pillar, so I can't get him because he likes being an asshole. That was very clean.
I have to kill him myself. You'll all regret it.
So here's the big bad, Wong. What we do is we don't miss. We precision aim him once. And here's the only time in the game where we get to play with grenades, which for some reason love to home in on our enemies. So we just spam them, because pretty much every enemy here drops grenades.
He's there. Kill him.
And good old Wong, he comes out to snipe us, but fortunately for us, we don't have to deal with his chicanery. wait for the rest to spawn.
Get him.
There we go. Find ourselves some more grenades. Make swift work of these goons. Wait for the rest to come out. Ooh, that was a bit of a risky play. Wong's gonna show his face once more, giving us another free hit.
Look what he's doing to my house, you fools!
And I'll do some more. Here now, we should be pretty fine to use the AR for the rest of this section. This is the last real section where enemies spawn. Cool. Yeah, here comes Big DePalm. So what we do is we just grab our gun and guns, enter barrage mode, and swiftly dispatch of them.
You killed the pond!
And we head up these stairs, wait for Raw Room, and just go absolutely ham. And that is time. That is Stranglehold any percent done. That's any percent. That's done. I would like.
Now your final time is 51 minutes and 4 seconds.
Ah, that's fine. Given I'm happy to just participate in the marathon. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah. GG's. I would like to thank everyone who you know, running the event, volunteered, all the people who watched this run, and big salutes to everyone who's donated to such a wonderful cause. And I have nothing else really to say. Thank you all for watching my run. Thank you for hosting me, and I say that's me.
And if anyone wants to follow you, where can they find you?
They can find me at midnightplus01 on Twitch, or midnightplus2 on X/Twitter, and midnightplus1 on Blue Sky. I don't do a lot of runs, but I am planning to do a run where I do this on the hardest difficulty, hard-boiled, at some point, so I reckon that'll be fun to route. But otherwise,
Awesome.
yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you very much, Midnight. And with that, folks, give it up for them and for Stranglehold. And with that, we will be back very soon with Magus for our penultimate run of the day, Macross.
It's going to be a good one.
You're
I
watching
feel
License.
it.
Absolutely. It's always a good time with Magus. All right, everybody,
All right.
stay tuned. You're watching License-a-thon 2025. We'll be right back.